Hey guys, welcome back to the Real Estate Machine Show. I'm your host, Chris Matan. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you did watch my show on Monday. You'll remember that I mentioned that I've got something special in store for today, and what that is that I'm on location. I'm in Aventura, Florida, just north of Miami. What a beautiful backdrop we've got here. You can see this boat behind me, and a little bit of the intercoastal. Beautiful condo buildings. Actually, that is not a boat. I correct myself. That is a yacht. That is a gorgeous yacht. It's got to be a couple mil. And if anybody's dream building out there, that's a great place to start. Anyway, very grateful to be down here in Aventura, Florida in the sun. It's a little chilly, but it is sunny, and it is not Cleveland, Ohio, which I understand is suffering from a severe blizzard the last couple days. So my timing could not have been any better. So I'm going to go right into my week. Aside from the fact that I'm down in Florida, I had an outstanding week. I'm going to touch real quick on my goals for the week. Had about 30. I think it was 30 or 31 conversations. I had 7 meetings. I only sent out two note cards, but I did get a mailer out to apartment building investors. If anybody out there has gotten an apartment building in Lakewood or Edgewater, preferably in Ohio, just east of or just west of Cleveland, call me. Let me know. I'm looking for 30, 40, 50, 60 apartments. I've got a very good seller buyer client that is coming out of a refinance and got some money to invest, and we're looking for about 60 apartments. Anyway, that being said, if you also recall, on Monday we talked about bringing a property to market, and I had a new listing that went live on Monday. There was 2 3-unit apartment buildings in downtown Willoughby. Well, Monday afternoon I had 8 showings. Tuesday I had 1 showing. All of that generated 3 offers, a couple of unhappy people, and a very happy seller. We put a deal under contract on Wednesday, and the buyer's excited, the seller's very, very thrilled, and I'm looking forward to a smooth transaction. And the other broker on the other side seems to me like he's an outstanding guy. I'm really looking forward to working with him. So this week, or today, I actually was hoping to have a special guest on today. I wanted to tell the story of how Marich Machine and Andy Marich got his start way back when. We're talking 1980, 1982, something like that. And I had a conversation with him. We're down here visiting him and my sister-in-law. And I had a conversation with him, and I kind of primed him a little bit, and I wanted to kind of hear a little bit of a story on how we got started. And he started telling me this story, and I really wanted to bring him on, and unfortunately I wasn't able to do that. Maybe if I can corral him later today or tomorrow and get him on video to tell this story, I'm going to try to, and then I'll put that up. But for the purpose of this show, unfortunately, you're stuck with me alone. But anyway, I wanted to just talk a little bit about the story that he told me and what I pulled away from it. If any of you have read, any kind of business development book or business success book, personal development book, there are a handful of principles out there that have been peddled for years and years and years, and in all the books, The Millionaire Next Door, and the How to Win Friends and Influence People, and Brian Tracy, and all these guys, Brian Buffini, all these guys, they talk about, there's like a handful of principles that kind of guide you to success in business. And I'm listening to my father-in-law, who is off the boat. We say quote unquote off the boat. He came here, I think it was like in 1967, and came here with nothing. The quintessential story of rags to riches kind of thing. But he's telling me this story about how he got started, and he's hitting on every one of these principles, every one of these points. The say yes to everything, the hard work, the figuring it out later, just being savvy, all of these things that, are in every one of these books, he's hitting. And I guarantee you, or I assure you, that he didn't read any of these books. these are things that I don't know how he learned them, or if he learned them from people, or if it was just in him, or what have you. But I'm listening to this and I'm just thinking, I'm not mentioning it, but I'm thinking to myself, Jesus Christ, I mean, this is like the book that I'm reading right now. There's a book called No Excuses. Um, or even better, there's a guy out there, I'm sure a lot of you real estate guys know, Brian Buffini. He's from Ireland, and in his story and in his book, he talks about the principles that make of, what gives you like kind of the immigrant edge. And without reading any books or listening to any podcasts or something, these are the things that he did to not only start his business, but to build his business. And it was just fascinating to listen to. I bring on my daughter every once in a while, and as something that I'm very grateful for, someone that I'm grateful for, and she's my why, and all that good stuff. But I want to point out that the other thing that I'm really, really grateful for are the guys that came before, the people like my father, the people like my father-in-law, who instilled in us first generation kids. We're kind of cut from a little bit of a different cloth. We were taught without being taught, and we were just being observant and being shown certain things by our parents and the struggles that they had, and really were able to set our course in a really, really good way. I think that some of the education that we got outside of school is invaluable, that maybe a lot of other people don't get that chance or get that opportunity. So people like myself and my sister and my wife and my sister-in-law and my cousins, there's something that's in us that when we see that kind of that old school work ethic with coming here with nothing, you kind of have a little bit of a chip on your shoulder that you want to not only make your parents proud, but prove that you can do what they did as well. We have so much at our disposal, all of us, with the internet and with books and all this stuff, that if you want to be something out there and you want to be a success, you just got to do it. You just kind of like lose some of the excuses, lose the bullshit, and put your head down, think about what you want to do, and do it, or at least try to do it. And you'd be surprised on what happens throughout the process of trying. You may be surprised, and things may start falling into place just as you are doing your stuff and working towards what you're trying to work towards. So I encourage everybody to, if you got an idea or you got a thought or you got a dream or you got a concept or whatever, an idea, just go out there and do it. If you want to work at a laundromat, just work at a laundromat. It's not a big deal, but just go out there and do it. So anyway, I'm going to leave you with that. It is Friday, got a weekend. I'm going to be back in town, back in Cleveland on a late Saturday night. I'll see you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.